Hello again everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room. We're going to play with the Farmhouse Christmas in just a minute and the buffalo check. I fell in love with this buffalo check the minute I saw it due to the fact that that paper pumpkin that we had just a couple months ago had this paper. Okay, and I loved this. I did so much with this paper. I've got to show you these little cards that I made right here. And I used every bit of this kit. This was my very favorite kit. Of the whole 5 years I've been doing paper pumpkin, this was my very favorite kit. I just had so much fun with this. So when I saw the buffalo check, I just absolutely had to have it. And it's making a beautiful background stamp here. Now let's just go over a couple of things. I have my 2 free card kits for the month of September. Check the video out right down here. It will tell you all about them, and it's also a tutorial to show you how to put them together. So this is easy, $25 in Stampin' Up! Product before shipping, handling, and taxes at my online store at StampinInTheValley.com, and I will send you these 2 free kits. They do come with envelopes, no stamped images, but you do get all of the elements. Check that video out in the description below. Then I have a special. Another special. This is what I'm now calling Kickstart to Your Bundle. So what I've done is I chose a bundle, and it was the ALPINE Seas Adventure bundle, and these are the 2 free card kits. You will not see the video on YouTube because it's a private video. If you order this bundle, I send you these 2 free card kits, and you get the exclusive Kickstart video to them. Okay, so that's a whole nother thing going on. So I'm kind of happy to be having a couple of specials at Stampin' in the Valley for you guys. Then, remember I told you guys that I did that card swap? And it was my very first one. Well, here was my card. Okay. And I loved doing that. But here's the ones that I got. I just got these in the mail the other day, and I thought I would just share them with you. I love this. Look at that dashing deer. Isn't that beautiful? And then I got this one. This dashing deer is really the big thing, okay? I really believe it is. Look at those antlers, how glittery they are. I wonder if they use that paint that's in the holiday catalog. I'm not sure. And I've got to ask them where they got these little bags. It fits a perfect A2 size card, and then has a little piece right here that you could peel off and tape it down. I love that. Look at how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? I was so happy to get cards. She did such a great job embossing right here. What a great job. And look at this. Love that. And again, I'm impressed with the bags. So I am so happy to get these cards. That was my very first card swap. Had a ball doing it. Had so much fun. And I'll definitely do another one. That was just a lot of fun for me. So we will be back in a moment. Oh, I do want to show you the framelits. Very impressed with these framelits. You get a little flat thing right here. I don't know how we'll use that, but we will. So this is for the truck and the tree. This is just a standing tree that we will use today. I'm very impressed by the 6 bows on this one little framelit. They're very, very tiny. I like that they gave us 6 of them, like that. This is like a flag, flagged on either end. It's a banner, and it's stitched. Isn't that nice? And I love stitching. This one is the one that I used, and it is stitched also. Then we have 2 little round elements here, framelits for the wreath that you can stamp right here. It's very small, but I love that we have the little framelits, and there's 2 of them. So that's nice. You know, you could be cutting out more. Then they gave you this right here. This one is just a framelit in a rectangle. Put a hello in there, a little teeny tiny Merry Christmas, and then this is the house. I was very impressed with the framelits because of the multiples. I love that Stampin' Up! Is really starting to do that. That so helps us, you know, because I was able to run the gold bows through the Big Shot one time, get the 6 of them, and that was fantastic. And I used, look at how pretty, I love this card. I really do like this card. And I think I love it because of the background and the fence. I went nuts over the fence. I can see this done now. This I just did an early espresso, guys, but I could see this done in all kinds of foil. So just fun, just absolutely fun. I'll be back in a moment, and we're going to go ahead and put this card together. Okay, we're going to start with our Stamparatus, and I want you to go ahead and remove everything from the inside. Because we're on red rubber, we don't need the shim, we don't need the foam mat, okay? So that's good. Now, let's talk about what I've done here with our grid paper. I've cut it 7 inches by 7 inches, okay? And each square is 1/4 inch. I took my piece of regular Whisper White cardstock, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. I placed it on the grid paper, and then I made these little marks down here and up here in the corners, okay, in those little square boxes. Okay, let me get that lined up, and let me pick this up and show you guys. See my little pencil mark there in that box right there? Okay. And then up here, okay, and then over here, right there, and in this corner also, right here. Okay, so what this allows me to do is not use my magnets because I have this piece of paper. Of course, you can oversize cut your paper and then stamp and then cut it to this size. Okay, you could do that too. No problem there. You know, and then you could get a little magnet edge on the edge of it. But but this is what I did, and I found it very easy because I have my, I'm not going to take this off, because what I did was I just took it, I put it on top of my paper, I picked it up, okay, with my Stamparatus, just like that, okay, and it's in position. Now, no matter how many pieces of paper, how many color changes you go through with this, because it is a background stamp, you're marked, okay? And you just cut your piece of paper 5 1/4 by 4 and put it in those little boxes because they're 1/4 inch, okay? Now, I have my Merry Merlot here. This has become one of my favorite colors for Christmas. It's not a red, but not a purple. Almost like a wine. I think it's like wine. Yes, to me it is. So I'm just inking up this beautiful buffalo check with my Merry Merlot. And I'm just going to look at it as I lay my ink down and make sure that I don't have any blemishes on this side. Like any lines or little places that maybe are not inked up. Make sure that you take your ink pad and you are down and up and tapping, okay? Just like that. Then the only thing you have to do is bring this over and press. I had my stamp set underneath it so that it had a place to rest on, okay, while I tapped my ink. I absolutely love this stamp. So let's see. Now it's going to come up. Oh, it didn't. Oh, great. It stayed. Oh, this is the first time that it has stayed. I love that. Okay, now let me show you something. Right here, it could have stamped a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go right back in where I was in my boxes. Okay, just like that. Line it right back up. And I'm going to take my Merry Merlot just in this area. Okay? Well, no, we'll do the whole thing. We'll make it a little darker. More of a burgundy kind of color. Okay, now, just going to bring it back over. Let's hope we're in the same position. I believe we will be. Press that there. Okay, and we were right in the same position, and we got more of a burgundy color out of that. Love that. Look at how beautiful that's going to look on this card. Oh, isn't that fantastic, guys? That is fantastic. A little bit darker color than this one here. Okay, I love it. Okay, back in a minute. I'm going to clean my stamp, and then we're going to do some more. Okay, so while we were off camera, I was putting some things together, and I've realized that I am completely out of thank you cards. So this card is now going to become a thank you card, which is like the greatest thing about doing something like this. You can make it whatever you want. I'm going to turn this into a thank you. You could turn it into a birthday. You could turn it into a thinking of you. So I went to the Love What You Do stamp set, and on our little elements here, I stamped thank you and love what you do. I'm going to use the love what you do. On the inside then, I'm going to stamp it's a beautiful day. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in our Merry Merlot, and I'm going to stamp right here, it's a beautiful day. Okay? And then I'm going to place this. I usually put a little something something right there. So I'm going to take these little flowers. I didn't think about that. I'm going to take these little flowers from the Love What You Do, and I'm going to stamp them right there. Oh, cute. Okay, I like that. Very adorable. And let me get an envelope while we're just doing this, and I'll go ahead and accomplish this also, because I'll just put these little flowers right here. And it just takes a second to decorate your envelope, but it really does make a fantastic effect, I think. You know, when you're getting a card in the mail and your envelope is just a little bit decorated, you know, just like that. Okay, so we're ready to put stuff together here. Okay, shut the Merry Merlot, just like that. And, well, actually, we have to color our tree. Let's move this aside. Let's bring in some scrap paper. This is the little tree in the Farmhouse stamp set, and I stamped it with Early Espresso, and now we're going to color it with our blends. I'm going to use Crumb Cake, the light and the dark, and I'm first going to start with the light and the brush tip end. This is something that you don't need, and I'm using a scrap piece of paper because it does bleed through. This is just regular Whisper White. I decided that I wasn't going to worry about coloring outside any kind of lines. I'm just going to color the entire project, the entire element actually, with the light Crumb Cake. Okay, just really just filling in every single bit of white space that we can here. Okay, just get it all really nice here. Okay, now I'm going to get the dark Crumb Cake, and I'm going to dab this through the tree. Doesn't matter where. Remember, I am not an artist. Okay, I've learned this just from Stampin' Up. Right there on the trunk, here, in these larger areas, I'm just going to dab some dark. Now then, I'm going to go back to the light, and I'm going to color the entire project again. And because these are alcohol markers, it's going to pull that color from those lines that I made on here of the dark Crumb Cake, and it's going to give you a beautiful shading. While you're really, it doesn't matter how you color. You can color outside the lines. You don't have to be precise with this. But the effect is very woodsy, I think. So just bring it to the edge there, and just where we've put the dark, just make sure you're hitting that with the light, and just kind of flicking it and blending it all into this tree here. Okay, let's look at this. Didn't that come out lovely? You see the little bit of shading here? I have a line right there. I don't want a line. Okay, so I'm going to bring my light in. I'm going to pull into the color and kind of flick it out on either side. Okay, just like that. I'm very happy with that tree. Very happy with that little element. Okay, a very easy way to color. Like I say, I'm not an artist, guys. I'm just not. So let's bring our card base in. And let's place our inside in here. We can just use some snail. Nothing is embossed, so you'll be fine just to go with some snail adhesive. And you know, even though it is the holiday catalog, this is a way to take the holiday catalog and use it throughout. You know, like for anything. You can place any kind of a sentiment on a card like this. Now I'm going to put my buffalo check right down here. Oh, I love that. I just love this background stamp. And I don't use background stamps enough. I don't. I have the music sheet one, and I love it. I need to incorporate it in my designs more. And I'm just trying to get this on here nice and straight and even. And I just can't seem to pull it off, can I? There we go. All right, we'll go with that. Beautiful. Almost looks like a tablecloth, you know? You could, wait till you see the next one I'm doing. It is a total, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, how did she think about this? And it has this check in the back because I'm all about it. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of my sentiment here. And I'm going to put this up in this corner. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my tree down with some Tombow. And just kind of dab it around on parts of the tree that would stick up. Very simple. And Tombow, excuse me, a little bit goes a long way. So we want to come in just a little bit because we want to leave room for our fence and place our tree. Okay. Now I've already cut my fence through the big shot. I love this fence. I've done, you know, when you do videos like this, you got to do some of it off camera because it can. And I know my videos tend to be a little long anyway, but sometimes you just have to get it off camera and saves a few minutes. So I just dab, okay? I've just dotted and dabbed my Tombow on the fence, leaving the same amount. And you can go by your buffalo check right there, the same amount on either side. And then I'm just going to press this down, and that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. We're almost done with our card. We just have to do our little bows. Now these teeny tiny bows are absolutely teeny tiny. I mean, these things, they could be used. Oh, these are so adorable. I just did them in the gold glimmer. Let that focus. Okay. So with that being said, them being so small, I took my Tombow and I dotted my project first. Okay, and I'm going to put one there and I'm going to put one here. Okay, and then I just came in with my bows and put them on top of my Tombow. I've ordered that little tool, our new tool. Let's go that way with that one. Okay, because this, I have a quick stick. And the new tool, the new Stampin' Up tool, if you go over to stampinginthevalley.com, you'll see, I'll put it in the list, okay? But it is just like this. There's a little putty on the end. See how that picks that up nicely? I'm going to put a bow right here, and then I'm going to put 3 on the fence. But if I had my tool, I just placed another order today. Hey, and because I used my coupons, I got, oh my gosh, I got everything just for about free. See how that picks that bow right up? And then you can just put it down. Isn't that great? Let me show you this. And this is just a quick stick. You know, we hadn't had anything like this. I saw Wendy Cranford use one a long time ago, and I ordered it from whatever link she had on her website. And I love it for stuff like this. You need it. You know, it's like another, it's like having another finger or something. See, and that's going to just stick to that right there, to that gold glitter. And then you're going to be able to place it on your project. Get these little down, and we are done with this card. Isn't that fun? Yeah, but I just ordered that tool, and I'll put it in my list because the other end of it, it has some really great attachments too. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, hey, we're done. That quick. Okay, I'm so happy to be with you guys on the weekend. So I love what you do. Card. It's a beautiful day, of course. And then here we have the Christmas version of it using the same, just changing a sentiment, just changing the sentiment. It's the same card, just changing a little sentiment. Isn't that awesome? I love that. And the buffalo check, guys. The next card, wait till you see the next card. I'll be back with you momentarily, or at least tomorrow with the next card. But thanks so much for watching. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com. Click on the big blue button. Order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Product. I so appreciate everyone, and happy crafting.